What a Sikh means to me is standing up for justice, equality, and being truthful.
For me, being religious means that I have a structure that kind of encapsulates my life or parts of my life and gives me something to fall back on, and it has some sort of higher power. It has some sort of ritual to it.
To be Catholic to me is to be part of the overall body of Christ. And in the Rosary, the structure of the Rosary helps keep me prayerful every day of my life.
The Sikhs were known as great swordsmen. Those were the weapons that were used back in those times. So the Kirpan to me symbolizes freedom, standing up for justice and then protecting the innocent. This is the Kirpan here. This is one of the 5Ks here. I do not wear this regularly every day. What I wear instead is a little Kirpan that I have here. This is a little symbol for the Kirpan. This one I use for my actual marriage. So part of our marriage ceremony, the boy is supposed to have a Kirpan in his hand. It symbolizes to protect his spouse. So when my daughters get older and ready for marriage, I will probably have their spouse, use this Kirpan, for their marriage ceremony.
Shabbat candles are candles that one lights within 18 minutes of sundown on Friday nights. You create this light to create Shabbat, and then you don't destroy it, because on Shabbat you neither create nor destroy anything. It's not just the ritual of lighting Shabbat candles that gives me that moment of pause and gives me strength, but also the physicality of the candles themselves. There's something incredibly primitive and sacred about fire. That moment of having this primal connection to something that, doesn't just go back 5,000 years to Judaism. It goes back, 100,000 years to when humans figured out how to, create fire and use it and control it. That is incredibly strengthening and really powerful. When I light candles either by myself or with my family or with my friends, there's always this moment where I think about the fact that, not in every Jewish home, of course, but all over the world, those candles are being lit.
The Rosary is a set of Catholic prayers that commemorate the key events in the lives of Jesus and Mary. There's the crucifix. Here are what they call the pendant beads, the Rosary center, and then each of the 5 decades here. My grandmother, she was really the first influence in my life with respect to saying the Rosary. And at the time I was in grade school, my grandmother had to move in with us because she was ill and she couldn't live on her own. My brother and my sister were fighting, and myself and my sister were watching television. And in the midst of all this chaos, my grandmother would be sitting there very silently saying her Rosary and telling her Rosary beads. And every once in a while I would think, gee, how can you concentrate on those prayers? It's just so noisy. But yet she did, and she did day after day, week after week, until she passed about 2 years later. So that has been a legacy for my family. When I say the Rosary in the morning, it really sets the tone for my day. And especially if I know I'm going to have a hard day, I ask the Blessed Mother for patience.
I feel it is my duty to make sure that Sikhism grows and prospers. And the way that is done is by maintaining your identity and raising children into the Sikh faith, and hopefully they will prosper Sikhism as well.
I'm part of a larger group of Catholics as the family of God. So it's not only me as a single Catholic, but it's a connection to other fellow Catholics and a connection to the communion of faith with Christ and His Mother. So it means everything to me.
Connecting to God, even for just the minute that it takes to light the candles, it reminds me that no matter how important anything is right now, it's all part of this longer story, a larger story. It's bigger than me, it's older than me, it will go on beyond me. And I don't think there's a part of my life where that's not incredibly helpful to remember.